Well, as we've heard tonight, through the AAPS Environmental Education Program, generations of AAPS students have grown up learning about the natural environment and about their own community's place with larger environmental issues like water quality and climate change. The Freeman property represents the next chapter in our long history of environmental education, a place where we can build upon the great work that exists now in innovative ways. So we're fortunate to have an advisory committee comprised of school teachers in AAPS, retired teachers, people with connections to all different types of environmental organizations, including Leslie Science and Nature Center, the Great Lakes Commission, Huron Valley Watershed, Southeast Michigan Stewardship Coalition, and others. The advisory committee has been meeting since late spring of 2018, and we've gone through some different critical thinking processes together to try to understand the great successes of the current program and also look toward the future and what can we dream about. And that's really the purpose of the advisory committee. So in identifying several priorities for future environmental education that could happen here on the Freeman property, Dr. Swift mentioned pre-K to 12, of course, but also thinking about programming or curricula that's multidisciplinary, that's incorporating non-science content, that provides outdoor learning opportunities, the nature areas, of course, and I know a lot of you went on some nature walks before the meeting started, but also things like gardening, both vegetable gardening and also rain gardening and other ways to show sustainable agriculture. We're looking for programming that provides civic opportunities for elementary students, not just our older students, and have opportunities for older students to teach and work with younger students. We're looking for, and of course I say this as a Rec and Ed person too, a place where out of school time opportunities can happen, after school classes, weekend workshops, summer camps, etc. We're also looking for ways that we can use this space to connect students with career pathways in environmental science fields. And through all of it, we're trying to align with critical standards in environmental education, like the Guidelines for Excellence from the North American Association for Environmental Education, and the Next Generation Science Standards, and other important 21st century learning practices. Finally, our Freeman Advisory Committee is very interested in connecting to the other Environmental Sustainability Committee. We'd like to create a place that serves as a model for sustainable practices for the school district. So this other advisory committee is kind of looking at the forest, and we could be a tree. And I just made that up. Oh, sometimes things come to you right in the moment. So I would be remiss if I also didn't acknowledge Dave Siegel, who's a committee member and also helps behind the scenes on the Freeman Advisory, and is basically the roots on which all of this grows. And some other people who really help behind the scenes too, like Seema Jolly from Rec and Ed, Nancy Shore, who's our Strategic Partnership and Volunteer Coordinator, Bernie Rice from Facilities, Sean Williams, also from Rec and Ed, Megan Fennick, who's the principal at A2 STEAM, and Amy Deller, who is our District Science Coordinator. So thanks to all of you as well. So for the rest of the year, the Freeman Environmental Education Center will be looking for exemplars that really showcase the priorities that I mentioned before. And we might want to bring to Ann Arbor or adapt for use here in this place. And we're going to be looking for more ways to engage the neighbors and the Freeman family, and big picture dreaming. What could we do here? How could this really change lives and be transformative for students in Ann Arbor and adults too? Thank you. Yes. All right. And now I'm going to invite Mr. Dave Siegel to come up and speak for a couple minutes. I'm just going to keep talking until you get here.
Moving slow from all those hikes I went on.
Yeah.
I've been here all day. So we had Huron students out to work on quadrats earlier, and we found some interesting things. I think they were left over in the parking lot. There was one mole. So we put him away. But it was great to work with high school students. I haven't worked with high school students since '86. And when you tell them to do something, they go out and do it. And they're just great to work with. And so that's been a real pleasure. That's an opportunity I didn't think I'd have again. And so this is opening up a lot of new windows for me. To think about what could be here. Somebody wanted me to find some aquatic, I think Dr. Swift, some aquatic habitat. And, well, we don't have any, but maybe we could put some in. It might be a great opportunity to have an aquatic habitat. So I would be excited. My predecessor, Bill Browning, did that with Manfred Schmidt, and we have Scarlet Pond. So there's a good example of what could happen. And that might even play into other pieces of the community, like the Huron Watershed Council. They might be interested in having that aquatic habitat here to protect Fleming Creek, which is nearby. So many things to do nearby that Freeman could be the center of. They could help the city or the county or the township. So it's really a big opportunity. So I'm happy to be a part of it. Thanks for everything.
Thank you. Not a question, just a thank you, a hearty thank you. You've been with us since the beginning when we were creating thoughts around what we could do and how we could make this service our whole district, and having your background, your knowledge, your insight, and your passion and commitment to volunteering. I mean, that alone has just been hands down awesome for us. And so thank you so much for all that you do.
I enjoy every minute of it.
It shows, it does. Thanks.
I would just say thank you also, and because I remember working with you or trying to schedule things with you when I was principal at Thurston, and it was so many people trying to schedule stuff. We didn't have a place, or you didn't have enough spaces or whatever. So this is a great opportunity because more students can take advantage of it, and no staff member has to be mad at you anymore.
That's good.
So, Dave, was it 1 or 2 years ago when we were in a little coffee shop, Jefferson Market?
2 August.
2 August ago, where we were really envisioning what might be possible. And I wanted to have you share, so a year ago you knew this was happening, basically, and or close to it. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what you're most optimistic about that this opportunity brings.
I was really a little shocked when I first heard about it, because people often just smile and say, "Oh, that's a great idea," and then nothing happens. But when it happened, it was just a shocker for me, and I was glad I'm in the right place at the right time. So I see a lot of opportunity here, and I appreciate that we have a administration and the board, and the superintendent ready to go. And so I'm looking forward to marching down that road. So thanks for that opportunity.
Thank you very much. We're really proud of you and the advisory committees, both of them. We'll hear from the next one next, but we're really proud of this work. It really does reflect who we are as a community, what our values are, what's important to us as a community. I mentioned this a little bit outside in the wind, so you may not have heard me, but in terms of just the times that we're in and what our obligation is to educate our children, and how we educate our children matters. We've been doing this for some time now with our Project Lead the Way work all across our district. This is Project Lead the Way at its best. It's real hands-on, seeing things, learning them by seeing, touching, feeling, doing. And so we're just really proud that this group was interested enough to put in all the time that you all are putting in, that you have put in and will put in, and what's possible here. So thank you for that work. Thank you for what's coming.